The battle for the Arctic is in full swing. A peaceful Russian icebreaker with cruise missiles is going on sea trials. What is this amazing ship? We will tell you about it right after we list the most interesting events that took place in our country during the week. So, Rosselmash produced the first samples of road-building machinery, frontal and telescopic loader, which is undergoing resource tests. Front loader VL 530 combines high efficiency and low operating costs. The TLH 740 telescopic loader has a load capacity of 4 tons and a maximum boom lifting height of 7 meters, and hydraulic outlets allow to connect almost any additional equipment. Stan Machine Tool Holding has released an updated model of the 1728 Y-turning machining center with expanded functionality. The equipment has an additional axis of coordinates, thanks to which it can perform high-precision work with complex parts of airplane units and engines. The machine's technical characteristics allow the tool to be used for working with various materials, including ferrous and non-ferrous metals, titanium alloys, and heat-resistant steels. Leningrad NPP conducted a successful test irradiation to produce the medical isotope samarium-153. Radiopharm preparations with samarium-153 are widely used to reduce pain syndrome and bone metastases for palliative care of cancer patients, as well as in traumatology for chronic diseases of the musculoskeletal system. The Russian Ministry of Defense continues to build up its satellite constellation. Another military spacecraft has been put into orbit by the Russian Space Forces of the Russian Air Force. The launch of the Soyuz 2.1B launch vehicle took place from the Presets Cosmodrome in the Arkhangelsk region. On board was not one satellite, but several, all of them military. The largest fish feed production plant in the south of Russia was opened on the territory of the Special Economic Zone, Lotus, in the Astrakhan region. The volume of investments in the project amounted to 2.5 billion rubles. At the first stage, the plant of the company, RYBNY Korma, will produce 25,000 tons of products per year. In 2025, it is planned to launch the second stage, which will bring the enterprise to full capacity and double the production volume. Kaliningrad Varnitsa launched salt production without the use of chemical reagents. The total investment amounted to over 2.5 billion rubles. The plant can produce more than 400,000 tons of finished products per year. Its capacity today allows to produce 600 tons of salt per day. All products are delivered to the Russian market in big bags by sea. Serial production of the improved electric train EP-2DM began. To improve passenger comfort, the designers have developed a non-motorized carriage EP-2DM with an environmentally friendly toilet complex. The EP-2DM DC electric train is a fully domestic development. 80 Russian enterprises are involved in the production of component parts for electric trains. A new tractor of domestic production is being tested at the Kirov machine building station. The RTM 160 tractor was assembled at Uralvagonzavod. It is an improved version and the only one so far. A mower, cultivator, plow, ram, or any other trailer can be attached to the tractor. The Perm-based company Promobot has launched production of robotic manipulators for industrial enterprises. The robot is designed to perform tasks of packaging, welding, assembly, lifting, moving parts weighing up to 13 kilograms. Promobot M13 consists of 3 structural blocks: manipulator, unit, and control panel. This allows to provide high-quality operation without complex programming skills. Scientific and technical complex, cryogenic technology, launched in Omsk the first domestic serial production of vacuum cryogenic pumps. They are used in the creation of new generation rocket and space equipment and electronic component base. The products will be manufactured mainly from domestic raw materials and components. And now about the battle for the Arctic. A peaceful Russian icebreaker with cruise missiles is going on sea trials. What is this amazing ship? Project 23550 battle icebreakers will be the most armed ice-class ships to date. Behind all the large and small conflicts on the planet, it is not so noticeable, but the militarization of the Arctic is going on at an unprecedented pace. The Americans are constantly conducting submarine cruises of their multi-purpose submarines, and are obviously working out some of their own programs. Other NATO countries are trying to build underwater sonar networks to somehow track the incredibly quiet Russian nuclear submarines Yasen-M, which have become carriers of hypersonic zircons. There is a constant war of nerves going on, and the fact that it so rarely comes to the surface speaks to the strategic significance of such preparations. At stake, as we know, is more than 13% of the proven reserves of oil and natural gas, enough to fully cover the world's needs for a decade and a half. That is why all military analytical offices are bonging that a big fight for the Arctic cannot be avoided. And if the fight cannot be avoided, it is necessary to strike first. In the Arctic race, Russia, which was the first to start building a separate branch of the armed forces to operate in high latitudes, is still not inferior to anyone. And the events that took place in the middle of May this year are an important confirmation of that. The firstborn of Project 23550, a real combat icebreaker Ivan Paparin, is getting ready for sea trials, although it would be more appropriate to call it an icebreaker-type frigate. And according to the official name of the program, it is a universal patrol ship of Project 23550. Here's what the popular American newsletter, Novel News, writes about it. This is a rare ship the Russians would like to have in their ranks. First, the new Ivan Papanin combat icebreaker is a big all-rounder. It is a multi-purpose ice-class ship that combines the functions of a tugboat, patrol ship, and icebreaker capable of breaking ice up to 1 meter 70 centimeters thick. Project 23,550 ships are designed for protection and monitoring of Arctic water resources, escorting and towing other vessels. They are able to act as support vessels, participate in rescue operations, and carry various cargoes in the Arctic. Their autonomy of 70 days allows the vessel to navigate along the Northern Sea route without entering ports. Recall that the construction of Ivan Papanin began in 2017. In 2019, the ship was launched. By current standards, the program is developing quite quickly. So writes Naval News in its own explanation of the dry background article on our combat icebreakers. But this information, according to the editors, begins to play with very different colors when you learn about the inner workings of the Ivan Papanin. Let's discount it further. As for weapon systems and equipment, the Project 235-50 ships are equipped with 76mm AK, 176 MA cannon. Portable surface-to-air missile systems are used for air defense. The ship is equipped with a helipad and hangar capable of accommodating AK-27 class helicopter and unmanned aerial vehicles such as Orlan and Nakadets. For special missions on board, there are 2 high-speed landing and assault boats of Raptor type and 1 hovercraft of Project 23321. Last and most importantly, the ship is equipped with a containerized version of the Kalibr K missile system. They make Project 23550 the most armed ice-class ship on the planet. End of stats. In early June, the ship goes on sea trials. It may be taken into service as early as the end of this year. The authors also complain about their own problems in the icebreaking sphere and claim that the second ship of the Nikolai Zubov series, already laid down at the Admiralty shipyards, will be even more militant. Overall, this platform allows the ship to be truly multifunctional, from patrol and anti-submarine use to an air defense platform. Russia has quite a lot of experience in building such armed icebreakers, from TIP-97 Dobrynya, realized in the 60s in the Soviet Union, to the Russian Project 211 to 80 Ilya Muromets. But the new project is a completely different level of combat capability and very timely. And as they say, 7 feet under the keel.